Marcel and I have been on a journey of podcasts. We're talking about reconciliation, and we've talked about the need for reconciliation, coming back together in relationships, et cetera, et cetera. And we did a couple of episodes, and we have a few more on the power of apology, the gift of apology. But we understand that there is a journey after apology. And that's kind of where we are now. We're thinking about, what happens after the apology. Because the apology doesn't always lead to forgiveness. An apology does not automatically result in forgiveness. There's a journey after an apology. And this is, I thought about this. This is because forgiveness is just inherently unfair. Can we be real? Forgiveness is saying that you, the one who's offering forgiveness, you recognize that somebody did you wrong. And that wrong produced a real hurt in you. You feel that you're the innocent party, and this is not distributing blame, but you feel innocent. You feel unjustly put upon and hurt. Forgiveness says that the hurt that you feel, you have to bear it and not charge the guilty party for it. But your human response is that this request is just unfair. It's unfair. It's more than unfair. It's unjust, and it hurts. The truth is that everything inside of you tells you not to forgive, to get justice. Justice in the form of realizing that the guilty party fully feels in themselves the hurt that they caused you. And that feeling, and it's a human feeling, it's called unforgiveness. And it leads to actually this desire, or in actuality, seeking revenge. And all that's called unforgiveness. Unforgiveness, it's nursing a grudge. And experiencing unforgiveness, let's be real, it brings momentary relief, satisfaction. It fulfills that emotional need that you feel, that urge, to get revenge, to assuage the hurt. But it actually brings lasting hurt and dysfunction despite that momentary relief. Nelson Mandela said that resentment is drinking a poison and then hoping that it kills your enemy. Forgiveness is a hurt that brings a lasting relief. Forgiveness is a hurt that heals. It's like the mercurochrome. Y'all don't even know what that is, but it's that antiseptic that stings, that is part of the process of healing a wound. Forgiveness isn't as simple as picking up a broom, and saying, I forgive you, and you sweep all the offenses under a rug. That's really not going to work. Forgiveness isn't simply an act of the will. It is, but it's not quite that simple. It's a direct byproduct. It's a destination at the end of a long journey of grief, and actually of wrestling with the wrongs, wrestling with the injustice, wrestling with the offense. It cannot be hurried and it cannot be rushed. It's understanding that you can drown in the resentment. And anyone who arrives at forgiveness, in fact, will realize that there's for freedom that's found there. But it's a long road. It's a hard road. It's a journey. It is a journey that occurs after the apology. But I want you to remember, although it's hard, you can do the hard things. If you think trying to forgive feels impossible, someone once said that if you feel that way, it's impossible. I can't forgive. I want you to know, he said, you're not crazy. You're not alone. That feeling is human. So don't rush it, but don't avoid the wrestling. For whatever that means for you, that wrestling, that is part of the journey towards freedom. I know it's difficult, but we want to encourage you to do the wrestling.